Hi, this is Ron Wayman with AC and AK, and I'm going to explain some chakra modes. Okay, so if you hold your index finger with the distal crease over the cuticle, the end right here of the thumbnail. Okay, that's how I hold it, and that's the chakra mode. Of course, chakras are spinning vortexes of energy that are in different locations all over the body. So that's the chakra mode. Now what if you wanted to get inside that chakra and you wanted to look at the cones? So you had a chakra mode with a cone mode. So you take your fingers, and instead of like, this is more of like a gland or a gland energy mode, it's opening up so that the thumb is going that way and the fingers are intentionally trying to open up like a little lotus or a flower. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, so that's a chakra cone. Okay, and then if you want the opening of a chakra, you would open it up like a flower. So it'd be like that. That opens up like the cones are opening up. Now what if the chakra, it needs to come in, which is fine, but it can get stuck. So you don't want to have it get stuck, because there is contraction and expansion in all the chakras. So you would come in like that to have it, contraction of the chakra cones, as this is the expansion of the cones. Okay, so you have all those modes. Now each chakra, as a general rule, the whole chakra has a spin, and each of the cones have a spin. Okay, so the chakra as a whole having a spin, what you would do is you put the chakra mode on, and then you would spin it. So you put two hands, fists, but it's not a tight fist, it's really loose. Spin, and then you would check. Okay? So you have a chakra mode on, and then you check, like that, like a spin. Okay? And then what you would do is, after you do that, see if there's stress on the muscle. If there is, either unlock or a over-facilitated muscle when it wouldn't loosen. Then you go over the alarm points, and when an alarm point comes up, then that is an indicator of which chakra. For example, this would be the yang aspect of the crown chakra, the governing. So here the crown chakra is coming out like that. So this chakra mode plus here would give me the crown chakra. Now if I did a spin with it, right, then that would tell us if there's stress in which direction of that spin. Now this really won't tell you which direction. It'll just say, hey, there's an issue with some spinning here, okay? So once that is on, now I'm going to have now I need to go back here, okay? So I know that there's an issue there. So I put the chakra mode back on, I put governing on, okay, and have that both in the circuit. Then I would check one of my spin points, okay? And small intestine 3 says the spin counterclockwise is stressed. If it's spleen 4, it says the spin clockwise is having stress. Spleen 4 is of course right here, and you'll have that indicated on your charts. So now if neither one of those show up, it might be a chakra, it might be a cone spin. So you could check the cones, right, and the spin, and then check the spin clockwise and counterclockwise to see if it's actually one of the cones that is having a problem internally into that chakra, that one of the cones is spinning clockwise or counterclockwise is part of the issue. Okay? Then another mode, of course, that I wanted to bring up was, of course, we have chakra mode. Then you bring your fingers together like this with the tips of the fingers running around the thumb. Now this has many indicators for other things that I do, okay? But one of the indicators, if you use this with a chakra mode, this can actually be like the skin of the chakra, the layer of connective tissue if it was skin like here, but it's more of the chakra web that holds it together, as well as the cones web and the web that's in between all of it. It applies there, but it applies when you're here and here. It's that which holds it tight, or in some cases it's too loose. Gives you an indicator if there's stress there. On this one, you would hold this mode. If it shows stress, you go find an alarm point that would indicate a chakra, or if you do it the other way, you could just scan if you want, and scan where the chakra is, either way. But once you find out which chakra, then you need to de-stress that. Once you de-stressed it, Then you put the chakra mode back on, go back to that chakra itself again, either the area or the alarm point for it. So if it's the alarm point, of course, you go to governing, if it's the crown or central. And then you could go to some of the expressions and see what the expressions are. It could be in, out. So our in or out, of course, our in, it would be kidney 6. Or if our out would be, I think, is gallbladder 41. And our bladder 62 would be like if there's a hook in there. So the hooks might show up on the skin, okay, or the layer or the of the chakra, because there would be a hole, or there would be a breach in that skin if there's a hook, and so we would want to address that. If there is a hook, of course, you want to look at negative energy forms, or in our case, we like to call them unidentified energy forms, UEFs, because they may not always be negative when there's a hole in the chakra or a problem, but usually hooks, it's usually something we need to address, and so you would use that technique. So, or it could be crooked, could be a crooked chakra if the skin is having to be stretched or something. So the advantage of a lot of these modes are, and you're going to learn more, is rather than always waiting for intuition to tell you, you can use energy kinesiology to be able to address and access information about that chakra. Because I know lots of intuitive people, but I've never met someone that knew all the aspects of all the chakras all the time. It's more based upon their experience. What if you had intuition and had the ability to use energy kinesiology, combine the two, then you have a great tool to be able to access information about the chakras in a way that you can palm the chakra, you could talk a person through emotional issues, you could use tuning forks, essences, singing bowls, whatever it is you have, then you can be empowered. So basically what I'm introducing is the possibility of becoming a professional chakra coach, so to speak. The professional chakra coach can actually go in there and help an individual be empowered by using both intuition and energy kinesiology, and very quickly access information about that chakra, do some major facilitation very quickly to help someone with their emotions, help someone with their finances, help someone with their relationship issues, whatever that may be, with their health. Because everything in our life is experienced both in this physical realm as well as in the etheric realm. And it's always mapped out, and if there's an issue here, then it's mapped out in that etheric realm with the chakras and the aura and in the light bodies. So this enables someone to very quickly and effectively do it, rather than a lot of the guesswork that some people do. And yes, intuition works. I use it all the time. This speeds it up. People like that. People want to have a professional feel to it. And then no matter what that person's background is, if they really use these tools well, which they can because they're taught well, then they can really help a lot of people very, very quickly. So I invite everyone to take the professional chakra course and be able to do that. That's part of our college at ACNEK. And you'd be amazed how you can help people. As an additional note, for those who are wanting to help people with addictions, and whether that be to sugar, if they're addicted to sugar, or something major, they definitely have issues in their etheric field. They're being controlled by something that is not their real self. So becoming a professional chakra course helps you help them start dealing with issues at an energy level that's very quick and very effective. And learning this will make you more effective in helping those who are stuck, who want to get over the sugar issue, they want to lose weight, they want to do all this stuff that they can't do while they're still stuck on the addiction. Whatever that addiction may be, and there's plenty of those out there. Become a professional chakra coach and learn energy kinesiology to do so, and you will be very pleased how it changes your lives and changes the lives of others.